Designing characters for a video game with a massive roster is a big fat pain in the behind. You are tasked with designing a gameplay experience that is both engaging for players and distinct from all the gameplay loops of the other characters you have to design. When you throw in the fact that characters often have distinct stories and personalities, and now you're tasked with trying to capture the fantasy of being that character. Pretty much every game with a roster of unique characters is stuck with this debacle. League of Legends, Super Smash Bros., Don't Starve Together, that one FPS I can't remember the name of, and of course, Holocure. If you look at Kaela Kovalskia's kit in Holocure, you can say that it definitely encapsulates her, overwhelming tenacity, which should both be respected and feared. Kaela's starting weapon, Hammer Swing, swings her hammer in front of her to damage enemies, and at max level, has a chance to whack minerals out of enemies, which fly out and deal a reduced portion of her weapon's damage. As far as starting weapons, it's alright, but it's essential to her next skill. Mineral Deposit makes it so that enemies have a chance of dropping an ore deposit when defeated. These ore deposits can have red ores, blue ores, or gold ores, and when Kaela hits these ore deposits with her hammer, she will get an ore of the respective color. These deposits don't despawn, so you can leave them for later, but there is very little reason not to mine them if you can. If she gets 10 ores of the same color, she will get a damage boost to her weapons, 1% for red ores, 2% for blue ores, and 3% for gold ores. Kaela's next skill, No Pressure, creates an area around Kaela that damages and slows down enemies every 2 seconds, and each time an enemy gets hit by it in 4 seconds, the damage increases, though it has a cap of 10 stacks. This skill is very powerful, as it is essentially the bubble shield from Broken Dreams in skill form, only you can get it as early as level 2, allowing you to pretty much breeze through the earlier parts of the game. Kaela's last skill, Blacksmith, drops anvils every 8 seconds on enemies. At max level, she drops a total of 3 anvils every 8 seconds, and each anvil deals 500% damage. And if you guessed that the skill had anything to do with the in-game anvils, you'd be right. Each falling anvil dropped has a 3% chance of becoming an anvil that you can use to upgrade your weapons and items. Kaela's special attack, the Rarest Material, spawns a Rarest Material deposit. It looks like a giant rainbow ore deposit, and it doesn't do anything initially. However, if Kaela hits it with her hammer, it will create a shockwave that damages all targets on screen. Hit it 5 times, and Kaela will mine the Rarest Material, gaining a 50% boost to her attack, speed, and haste for 10 seconds. It should be noted that like the ore deposits, the Rarest Material deposits also don't despawn, meaning you can spawn in multiple Rarest Material deposits so long as you don't break the deposits. Of course, I can't think of a reason to do this because the buff you get from mining the deposits don't stack, but I guess you can do it if you have a hoarding problem. So the obvious items to get for Kaela would be Credit Card and Blacksmith gear, since they pertain to anvils and Kaela has a built-in anvil spawning skill, and I would definitely recommend those items as well. However, the item I would recommend you use for Kaela the most is Beetle. Beetle is best used on characters that either have a skill that does a decent amount of reliable damage or multiple damaging skills, and Kaela has both of these traits. Both Blacksmith and No Pressure are damage dealing skills, so throwing Beetle onto Kaela will give her skills a very lovely buff to their damage. So that's Kaela. She's been very fun for me to play. Thanks for watching. Please let me know which character you'd like to see next in the comment sections. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for future videos, and happy holocuring.